Good morning, everybody. I appreciate you early birds that are here bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and halfway through your coffee already. Good morning. Good morning. So we have some really exciting programming for you this morning. We're going to do a business plan competition. How many people here have seen the show Shark Tank? Yeah, okay, all right. So you know what you're in for this morning. We're going to have a little bit of fun. This table right here in front of me are the judges. These are the sharks who are going to be asking some tough questions of our business plan competitors. It's going to be really fun. But before we get into that, I wanted to say welcome from the Space Frontier Foundation. I am a board member, and if you are an advocate, if you're wearing one of these pens, we are having an advocates meeting at 6:30 p.m. this evening upstairs in the Seattle room. All advocates, please join us to re-elect the board as well as some other business. I am up for re-election, so please come vote for me. Then this evening we'll be having a wonderful awards reception. Space Frontier Foundation gives out some exciting awards every year for to really recognize those people who are helping push forward the human settlement of space. So that's what this organization is all about. If you haven't figured that out yet, we are about using the power of free enterprise to move the needle forward towards the permanent human settlement of space. And so tonight at the awards reception, we will be adding some new advocates to our advocate corps and giving away some exciting awards for some people who have really helped move that needle forward this year. So please join us this evening at 7:30 for the awards reception, also upstairs on the 3rd floor. And enjoy the business plan competition. It's my pleasure to introduce Aaron Pagel, the Executive Director of the Center for Space Commerce and Finance, to tell you a little bit more about how that's going to go. Come on up.
Hi, and thank you very much for joining us today. So again, as Megan said, my name is Aaron Pagel. I'm the Executive Director for the Center for Space Commerce and Finance. And before I give you a quick description of how this competition is going to go, I just want to tell you really briefly about what our organization is. So our organization is a group we're here to catalyze space commerce for industrialization, exploration, and settlement through educational events, programs, content, in order to strengthen the entrepreneurial ecosystem, which is to say that everyone here is involved in that entrepreneurial ecosystem where we recognize space has value and there's lots of opportunities for us to grow into it. So we have programs that support both sides of this entrepreneurial ecosystem with the NewSpace Business Plan Competition, which you're about to see, Space Investment Summit, which happened on Monday, where accredited investors who are experienced in investing in different verticals that don't include space come to meet and understand what's happening in space and talk to current space investors, a lot of which are sitting at our judges panel today, which I'll talk about in one moment. We have a collegiate program we're developing in 2021, and we also have a couple podcasts we're producing right now at NewSpace conference. So you can find me before lunch after this competition, but after that, I will be producing Talking Up Space, which we are basically highlighting the entrepreneurs who are building the space economy, talking about how they got interested in space, what really inspires them, and what they're building, and how that's going to really increase the economic activity inside of space on a whole. And then the second one we're doing, hosted by Megan Crawford, who was just on stage, is called Mission Eve. And Mission Eve is a podcast around attempting to inspire the next generation of women who will be involved in space. If we're going to achieve human settlement in space, we need 51% women to be involved in this industry. But currently, there's only 25% of women in the aerospace industry. And of all the people who have explored space, it's only been 11% women. So we've got some work to do. She interviews current women in the space industry, in the space ecosystem, to talk about what they're doing and kind of hopefully create role models and touch points for the future. Those podcasts will be coming out in September 2019, so please follow our website to learn more. So, quick thanks to our sponsor, NewSpace Conference, obviously, for having us, and the Space Frontier Foundation. They also were very big supporters for the Space Investment Summit on Monday. And Highline Prize Trust, who has been a fiscal sponsor for the prizes that our competitors are going to win here. So, what's going to happen? is that we have 6 competitors. Each will give a pitch, a 7-minute pitch, in front of a panel of experienced space investment professionals and space professionals to tell what their business is about. And then after that 7-minute pitch, there will be a 7-minute Q&A from our panel of judges. And at this moment, I'd like to take a quick moment to have our judges introduce themselves, to say who they are and where they're from. So, Ben, would you like to start?
Sure.
Yeah, it's on.
My name is Ben Roberts. I'm currently the Vice President for Government Affairs at Moon Express, but for most of the decade before that, I was at the White House, and I wound up in the last 2 years of the Obama administration being the lead for civil and commercial space policy. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Bud Evans, CEO, founder of SFI Financial Group. A lot of emerging technology investments over the years. Looking forward to getting back into commercial space after being away for about 30 years.
My name is Rich Godwin. I'm the founder of Space Technology Holdings, but also one of the founding members of Starbridge Venture Capital, ostensibly one of the first space-focused venture capital funds in the world, I think.
Hi, I'm Lisa Rich. I'm managing partner at Hemisphere Ventures. We invest in synthetic biology, robotics, drones, and space. I'm also a patron of the Commercial Spaceflight Federation and really enjoy all space activities all the time.
Hi, I'm Stefan Recke, co-founder of Angelus Funding. We're a trust-based network of investors, mostly from high school in the Bronx. Woo, go Bronx. I'm also the executive director of the Global Entrepreneurship Network Space, GenSpace, pulling together an ecosystem of space ecosystem entrepreneurship. Come talk to me about that.
Thank you guys very much for the introductions, and thank you for being a part of our panel of judges. Really appreciate that. So today, what the competitors are going to be competing for are 2 prizes. The first prize is the winning competition. A bit hot up here, guys. To be the winner, to see who the judges choose as the best competitor for this pitch competition. That prize is $2,500. The second prize is the Audience Choice Award, and that's where you guys all come in. So hopefully as you came in, you got a ballot. If you don't have a ballot, there are some volunteers here who have some extra ones, so try to wave them down and they'll give you one and hopefully a pencil. And what we'd like you to do is essentially, as you listen to everybody, consider who you think might be the best, right? Who do you think has the most promise in this industry to build the space economy and really see real returns as a company? Please, I would recommend waiting till you hear all of the presentations before you circle, right? Just to make sure that we don't have any misunderstandings if there's some sort of erasing going on. But all you need to do is circle, and then circle your choice, and at the very end of the competition, there will be volunteers coming around to pick up your ballots, and we will collect those. The awards will be handed out tonight at the reception that's happening in the Lake Washington Ballroom. And we just had one more judge join us, and I wonder if, Sunil? Would you like to introduce yourself real quick? Yeah, we have a mic right there.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. My name is Sunil Nagaraj. I run a firm called Ubiquity Ventures, and I usually invest seed stage money, about $1 million, into companies that are moving software into the real world. Things like smart satellites, rockets, smart cow collars, robot arms. And I spent 6 years at Bessemer Venture Partners, where I led our space investing practice, and we did Rocket Lab, Spire, and a few other companies. So thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. Okay, so with that, I am going to leave the stage. Our first competitor is going to come up, and then when they start, I'll start the timer, which is over here to the left. And when they're done, I will call time when it ends. We'll have the Q&A. And when they leave the stage, the next competitor will come up. There will not be introductions from me. All right? Okay, so with that, I'd like to welcome Blue Asteroids.